Yo, what's up guys? It's King Sean here, back with another video, and in today's video, I will be breaking down the hiring of Kliff Kingsbury for the Washington Commanders offensive coordinator job. I'll be breaking down his coaching history, why he's the best fit for the Commanders, and what he will be bringing to the table for the Washington Commanders offense next season. So, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 3K subs, so if you could hit that sub button, I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so we're going to start off with Kliff Kingsbury's coaching history. And if y'all didn't see my instant reaction and analysis to the news, make sure y'all go check that out. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But I was really excited overall. I was excited for the hire. I have a lot of optimism over the hire. Obviously, Kliff Kingsbury. Let's just go over his coaching history real quick. From 2008 to 2011, he was Houston's quarterback quality control coach and offensive coordinator. In 2012, he was the offensive coordinator for Texas A&M. So he helped coach Johnny Manziel. He was a really good quarterback in college, obviously. Then in 2013, he became the Texas Tech's head coach. He was their head coach from 2013 to 2018. So obviously he coached. I'm pretty sure he coached Kyler Murray while he was there at Texas Tech and in high school a little bit. And obviously he coached Patrick Mahomes while he was in college as well. And then he made the transition from college to the NFL in 2019 as the Arizona Cardinals head coach. He was their head coach for 4 years from 2019 to 2022. In his first season as their head coach, wasn't a great record, but the Cardinals didn't have a lot on their offense, didn't have a lot of pieces. Obviously, they drafted Kyler Murray that year, first overall. He wasn't bad in his rookie season, and Kliff Kingsbury and his Cardinals, they went 5-10-1. They were pretty bad, obviously in 2019, but in 2020 they rebounded. They went 8-8. They started off hot too. I think they started off like 5-3 or 6-3, but they ended the season off 8-8, which was pretty bad. I thought they were gonna make the playoffs that year. To be honest, I did not expect them to finish the year 8-8. But in the 2021, the Cardinals' best record under Kliff Kingsbury, they went 11-6. They started off the season 7-0, and then they dropped their first game to the Packers. And from there, they finished 4-6, 4-7 on the season. No, 4-6, sorry, on the season. And they went 11-6. They lost their wild card round to the Rams. I'm pretty sure it was like a blowout. It was like 34-11, something like that. But it was a good 2021 season for them, and the offenses, Kliff Kingsbury offense actually ranked pretty high in 2021 and 2020, his two best seasons with the Cardinals. In 2022, his worst season with the Cardinals went 4-13, and then they fired him the year, after the season ended, and hired Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, the former defensive coordinator for the Eagles. So, he had Kliff Kingsbury. He had some up and downs with the Cardinals. However, he maintained having a good offense, especially in his first 3 years. I mean, 2019 wasn't amazing, but the Cardinals didn't have a lot of pieces on that offense. In 2020 and 2021, however, it was really good. I'm pretty sure they ranked in top 10 in passing yards per game and rushing yards per game. They ran the ball under Kliff Kingsbury. I know, obviously, his air raid offense, it goes by the name. He throws the ball a lot for sure, but he also runs the ball. When he needs to run the ball, he gonna do it. He gonna do it for sure. So he definitely did a good job play calling over there in Arizona for 2020 and 2021. 2022 wasn't great, and Kyler Murray obviously got injured mid-season, which didn't help the case at all for him. But overall, Kliff Kingsbury, he wasn't terrible for the Cardinals. However, there were some mishaps with the Cardinals. And then he had, I'm pretty sure, Texas Tech's offense. I remember that Texas Tech versus the Oklahoma game back in 2016. Texas Tech went crazy. Mahomes had over 700 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, pretty crazy. So I just wanted to bring that up there. But he had good offenses over there at Texas A&M and Texas Tech. So let's go over why he would be a good fit for us and what to expect this offense to look like next season. All right, so the type of system, the type of scheme we will be getting, bringing Kliff Kingsbury over to DC, obviously will be the air raid system, because that's the system he's ran for most of his career at Texas A&M, Texas Tech, and with the Cardinals, and it works. I mean, the air raid system, that involves spreading your offense out. Literally, you're spreading your entire offense out. Your wide receivers are going to be spread out a little more than they are in, like, say, a regular offense, like Eric Bieniemy's offense. And your offensive lineman, like, literally, your offensive lineman will be an extra inch or two spread out, which will allow the running back, which will allow more holes to open up, well, bigger holes to open up, and for the running back to explode through. That's why Kliff Kingsbury's offense kind of requires a receiving back or an explosive back. Hey, Bucky Irving in the third round, or a running back in free agency, but we do need an explosive back, or a third down back in Kliff Kingsbury offense, because with those holes opening up, a running back can just burst through those holes with his explosiveness, his acceleration, and he's gonna take it. He's gonna get a good amount of yards with that, or maybe even to the end zone. So his offense definitely needs an explosive back, also a mobile quarterback. Now, obviously, the big three quarterbacks in this draft class are Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels. They all got great mobility. Jaden Daniels probably has the most mobility out of all three of them. Caleb Williams is at 2. Obviously, Williams worked with Kliff Kingsbury worked with Williams at USC because he was their offensive assistant and quarterbacks coach. And Drake May, I don't know all this thought about Drake May not being able to fit in Kliff Kingsbury offense. Drake May has a strong arm. His play style would definitely fit in Kliff Kingsbury offense, in my opinion. I feel like Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams fit more. But if we were to draft Drake May, he'd fit right in. He'd fit right in my opinion. He'd be fine in Kliff Kingsbury offense. But I really want Caleb Williams, and I feel like we got to at least attempt to trade up to him. Now that we got Kliff Kingsbury as well, and did y'all see his Instagram post? He congratulated Kliff Kingsbury for getting the job here. Obviously, that's his guy. They work together at USC, but still, that could mean something. Also, another thing, Kliff is gonna be using a lot of 4 wide receiver sets. Our only wide receivers under contract for the 2024 season are Terry, Jahan, De'Ami Brown, and Mitchell Tinsley. So we're gonna have to get a couple more wide receivers. Maybe one in the draft, maybe one in free agency. De'Ami Brown, he ain't good enough. De'Ami, he really doesn't do anything. He had a touchdown or 2 this past season, but over his first 3 years here, he just hasn't done much. So I doubt he'll be utilized in this offense much. Also, another thing that Kliff Kingsbury's offense doesn't really utilize much is tight ends. Obviously, he's going to use tight ends are important in every single offense in the NFL, obviously with blocking. Tight ends block and catch the ball, but we won't be using tight ends much in the offense at all. So could we replace Logan Thomas this offseason? I think we will, but if we don't be surprised, because Kliff Kingsbury offense doesn't necessarily utilize tight ends often. All right, so that's that. And overall, this is a really good fit because obviously Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, they'll be getting the ball more. Brian Robinson, although he's a power back, he still will be getting the ball. He's still going to get the ball often. He definitely will. And other guys as well. Other guys we bring in, maybe in the draft, maybe an A.D. Mitchell in the second round. I would love that. Maybe a Xavier Legette, maybe a Michael Pittman, maybe a T. Higgins. We shall see. But overall, I love this hire of Kliff Kingsbury. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications, comment down below your opinions on this Kliff Kingsbury hire. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Or are you still kind of mixed about it, if you have mixed feelings about it? And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.